Given the importance of transparency, we're releasing some information and some video today, as we committed to, following the tragic events and series of events that happened thereafter.
New video today partially showing the events that led up to and followed the arrest of the world's #1 golfer, Scottie Scheffler. LMPD and the mayor of Louisville releasing 2 videos from 2 different angles after a press conference this afternoon. But they emphasized there is no video from the detective who actually made the arrest. Today's press conference did catch the attention of national media, many expecting the charges against Scheffler would be dropped.
Yeah, however, LMPD did not make that announcement today. Mayor Greenberg and LMPD took no questions after their prepared statements and asked the public to respect the legal process. Now, here's a look at what Scottie Scheffler is charged with: 2nd-degree assault of a police officer, 3rd-degree criminal mischief, reckless driving, and disregarding signals from traffic officers. The assault of a police officer is a felony charge. Now, we are bringing you team coverage on this new information. Ian Hardwitt is looking into LMPD's policy after it was revealed Detective Gillis violated it by not turning his body camera on.
But first, let's start with senior reporter Isaiah Kim Martinez. He's going to walk us step by step through those videos showing exactly what happened that rainy Friday morning. Isaiah, what can you tell us?
Well, Shay, first of all, there was definitely a change in common practice here. Both the mayor and the chief, the police chief, neither really walked us through at all any portion of those 2 videos released, so we can't definitively say which officer in the videos is even Detective Gillis, but nonetheless, they do provide a better picture into how this incident all played out. We start with the video from the pole camera across Shelbyville Road. Look closely. The car, presumed to be Scottie Scheffler's, turns into the Valhalla gate. Here's another angle from an officer's dash cam. What looks to be a marked black SUV driving by. Within seconds, an officer runs after the car, waving their hands, and even appears to swipe toward the driver's side window. Watch again, the officer's right arm. The car stops. The video is grainy, but you can see the officer motion to open the car door. They peek their head inside and use a flashlight. After about 30 seconds, other police begin walking over. A couple minutes after that, Scheffler is out of his car and eventually escorted away in handcuffs to a police cruiser. The dash cam shows a closer view. Scheffler seen in a blue polo and shorts with 2 officers by his side. Here's Mayor Craig Greenberg Thursday.
We are not aware at this time of any video footage which captures the initial interaction between LMPD and Mr. Scheffler.
Also, LMPD's chief acknowledging a policy violation.
Detective Gillis should have turned on his body-worn camera, but did not.
After the news conference, Scheffler's attorney, Louisville Steve Romines, says the videos released won't impact his case at all.
Our position's the same as it was last Friday. Scottie Scheffler didn't do anything wrong. We're not interested in settling the case. We will either try it or it'll be dismissed. All the evidence that continues to come out just continues to support what Scottie said all along, that this was a chaotic situation and a miscommunication.
It's worth noting, while neither published video shows an officer being dragged by Scheffler's car, as written in the arrest citation, much of the lead up to the arrest is covered by shuttle buses. We cannot see the full developments. After police detain Scheffler, dashcam video does show an officer crouched down to touch his uniform pants, which are also mentioned in the arrest slip as having been, quote, damaged beyond repair. The officer motioning with his hand, seemingly to act out the incident from his view for his colleagues. And guys, plenty of questions still loom here today, of course, including whether any other officers' body cameras were on and recording. Now, according to Mayor Greenberg, any other video evidence or any other kinds of evidence are in the hands and the purview of the county attorney's office. That includes, according to an LMPD spokesperson, any clothing or any pictures of the officer, the detective's clothing and his injuries. Shay, Connie.
All right, Isaiah, thank you very much. Well, we did reach out to the Jefferson County attorney to see if the prosecution has obtained other body camera video from other officers at the scene. They responded to us with a statement saying this: the Jefferson County attorney's office has continued to receive evidence and has yet to conduct final interviews with investigators regarding the charges filed by LMPD against Mr. Scheffler. As we have stated previously, no decisions have been made and our review continues.
And now we move to LMPD's internal investigation of how Detective Gillis failed to activate his body camera with Ian Hardwitt and photojournalist Emma Gefter.
So, Ian, what did LMPD do once leadership actually found that the detective violated department policy?
Shay, one of the detective's commanders counseled with Gillis. The department also gave him a performance observation. Those moves are what the chief is calling corrective action, also going on to say it's standard discipline. We have reaction to that from a Louisville lawyer who used to work for the Department of Justice.
The reason we have body cameras is so that there's confidence in the police, so the public knows what's happening. And when you have systemic violations of that policy, that just breeds distrust, right? And if we're not going to actually enforce the policy, what's the point?
Do you see it as a bit of a slap on the wrist?
Oh, no, I don't even think it's even that. I think it's just a wag of the finger.
That's how local attorney Mike Abadi sees the discipline LMPD doled out for a violation of their body camera recording policy. Now, an arrest that put Louisville in the worldwide spotlight is one we may never see in its entirety.
We understand the seriousness of the failure to capture this interaction, which is why our officer has received corrective action for this policy violation.
The action was detailed in a series of documents the department released. Detective Gillis, who arrested golfer Scotty Scheffler, counseled with one of his commanders and faced a performance observation. That came after LMPD's internal investigation, which began with a form Gillis filled out for failing to record the arrest with his body camera. Saying why he did not record, Gillis wrote that he arrived before his regular reporting time for the PGA, immediately started directing traffic, and never powered up his body cam. Gillis's immediate supervisor considered it a policy violation, along with two more officers up LMPD's chain of command. The division commander ultimately writing, while initially a chaotic situation, enough time had passed to at least have the camera in standby mode.
After the recent past, activating body-worn cameras is critically important for our police department to have evidence, to maintain the community's trust, to be transparent.
That recent history the mayor was just talking about is also one attorney Mike Abadi referenced. The death of Breonna Taylor after a late-night police raid on her apartment was also not recorded by body cameras. I'm live in Louisville. Ian Hardwitt, WHAS11, on your side.
Ian, thank you very much. And now more news right here at 5 o'clock. New today, we're getting more details on a Southern Indiana officer facing charges for criminal stalking.
New Albany Police Sergeant Chad Armenta is accused of repeatedly going by an ex-girlfriend's house and urging his colleagues not to investigate it. Reporter Travis Breeze has the details.
Sergeant Armenta is accused of going to an ex's house one night and tapping on her window. He's also accused of secretly tracking her phone location and lying to a 911 dispatcher about the reason for doing it. The police chief says he is on paid leave pending the investigation. In a newly released affidavit, an Indiana State Police investigator says Chad Armenta repeatedly went to an ex-girlfriend's house throughout 2024 without being invited. On April 25th, he knocked on her bedroom window. She called 911, and 5 minutes later, Armenta called 911 and told them to signal 9 the call, which means disregard. The document also says Armenta, an 18-year veteran of the department, asked a 911 operator to ping her phone to get her location in January. He said the ping was for a potentially suicidal man. When the location came up in another county, he told the dispatcher to forget about it and not file any paperwork. ISP confirmed the number was for his ex and that she was not trying to harm herself. Armenta had an initial court appearance Thursday and pleaded not guilty. He posted a $20,000 cash bond. One condition is no contact with the victim. Police Chief Todd Bailey sent an updated statement Thursday saying the New Albany Police Merit Commission has authority over all terminations. We will continue to review the matter, but no additional information can be released as it is a personnel matter. In New Albany, Travis Breeze, WHAS11 on your side.
Armenta is charged with 3 felonies, 1 for stalking, 2 for official misconduct of a police officer.
Well, developing today, an Oldham County teacher was charged with terroristic threatening after allegedly saying he only had a few more days to conduct a school shooting. According to an arrest citation on Wednesday, Oldham County high school teacher Michael Tripp told a group of students that he only had a few more days to shoot up the school. A student heard that disturbing statement and reported it to a staff member. Oldham County Police then interviewed Tripp. He confirmed he made a comment about school shootings, even going as far to say he would become the next school shooter. Tripp's arraignment is scheduled for May 29th at 1 p.m. Oldham County Schools sent a letter to parents yesterday saying safety is their top priority, and that teacher will not be on campus for the remainder of the school year.